Hello. Today we have another finance question, and it reads, what is the purchase price of a 50-day T-bill with a maturity value of $1,800 that earns an annual interest rate of 3.6%? And we're asked to assume a 360-day year for simplicity's sake. To answer this question, there are a few things to consider. A few key terms. The first one would be the fact that we're dealing with a T bill. Now, what is a T bill? A T bill is a short term US government debt obligation with a maturity of at most a year. A debt obligation is some kind of debt that the government issues out to the public and then pay it back with interest. So this means you lend the government some of your money, and then the government pays you back over a certain predetermined period of time with interest. And a T bill is a um, short term bond because it usually matures within a year. Most of the maturation periods, or at least those you would find on the government website, are 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 14, 17, 26, and 52 weeks. Another interesting thing about T bills is that T bills are zero coupon bonds. Now, what does that mean? A zero coupon bond is a bond that does not spit out periodic interest payments. With many other types of bonds, either those issued by the government or those issued by companies, a lot of them give out periodic payments just as a way to give like people an incentive to buy them. So they give you a certain amount at the maturation period, at the end of the maturation period, but they also spit out periodic interest payments. But a T bill doesn't have any of that. It's a zero coupon bond. So this makes a lot of the calculations a lot simpler. At least the calculations would be simpler for T bills compared to other types of bonds. So to determine the purchase price of a T bill, we'll essentially use a modified simple interest formula. The best one I've seen so far comes from the government website itself, and it is this one. So the purchase price um, could be obtained by multiplying the face value by that factor, where R stands for the annual interest rate, and T stands for days to maturity, and 360 is assumed to be the number of days in a year. So this is what we'll use to figure out the purchase price of a T bill. So in this question, we know that the face value is $1,800. The annual interest rate is 3.6%, which is equivalent to 0.036, and the days to maturity is 50. So in order to find the price or the purchase price of the T bill, we would multiply 800 by 1 minus 0.036 multiplied by 50 and divided by 360. I can pull up a calculator emulator that I have and just plug in the numbers really quickly. Um, so we'll turn this on, and then we'll have 800 multiplied by 1 minus, let's set up the fraction, 0.036 multiplied by 50. And all of this would be divided by 360. We close the parenthesis and we get $1,791. So this is the purchase price, and this is the nature of treasury bills because they do not pay out periodic interest payments. So what they do is that they are sold at a discounted price, and then at the end of maturation, the government would pay you back the face value, or sometimes called the par value. So you make some kind of interest on the difference in price. You make some kind of interest on that spread. And that's why sometimes the interest rates of T bills would be called a discount rate. And yeah, so that's how these work. Hopefully this helps clarify any questions you might have had on this topic. Thank you.